Students, today we are going to have a revision of commercial and non-commercial activities, chapter number 1. Children, if you remember, when we started off with this chapter, we discussed about human activities. Now, let us recap first of all, what do we mean by human activities? Children, every human being is busy in some activity or another throughout the day. Every person gets up from bed in the morning, brushes his or her teeth, takes bath and eats breakfast. Human activities, children, so mean all those activities which human beings undertake. Human activities are undertaken to satisfy human wants. Now, how are these wants linked to these activities? These activities, children, continue throughout life because wants are unlimited, unending, and recurring in nature. When we say that they are unending, recurring, and unlimited in nature, I would like to quote a small example. Supposingly you have an Alto car, you wish to buy a Mercedes car. So this is your want to buy a Mercedes car. So we can say that the wants are unlimited in nature. Some of the human activities, children, are, for example, working in an office, working in any kind of factory, shop, etc. Now, what do these human activities lead to? They lead to, children, direct economic benefit. When we say economic benefit, what do we mean by this? As discussed earlier also, children, economic benefit means earning money and acquiring wealth out of these activities. On the other hand, children, there are certain human activities which do not lead to any kind of direct economic benefit. For example, praying, playing, meditation, sleeping, all these activities are termed as human activities out of which we do not derive any kind of direct benefits, direct economic benefits. That is, we do not earn any kind of money out of them. Now, children, let us talk about what are the characteristics of human activities as discussed earlier. Human activities, children, are undertaken only by human beings, that is, men, women, children, etc. These activities, children, involve human effort, that is, it requires people to have put in some effort. Human activities, children, are undertaken to satisfy human wants, which we discussed earlier also, that the wants are unlimited in nature. Human activities, children, continue throughout the life. Why? Because they are dependent on the wants, and the wants are unlimited, unending, and recurring in nature. Human activities, children, have a wide range. Human activities are performed both, number 1, for earning money, as well as, children, number 2, for obtaining personal satisfaction. Now, children, we also discussed in this that the human activities are further categorized into two heads. That is, we can say they are categorized broadly under two categories. Number 1, economic or commercial activities. Number 2, non-economic or non-commercial activities. So, children, when we talk about economic activities are undertaken with the objective of earning money and acquiring wealth. These activities, children, as discussed earlier also, result in the production of economic goods and services. So, children, we can say that the objective, aim, or purpose of economic activities is to earn money and acquire wealth. And what do they lead to, or what do they result in? They result in the production of economic goods and services. An example of an economic activity is business. employed persons such as doctors, lawyers, chartered accountants, all of them they are involved in economic activities. The money earned through work is used to satisfy the human wants. For example, a teacher teaches in the school, a doctor attends to his patients in the clinic. All these activities are also known as occupation. So, children, we can say that economic activities are concerned with production, distribution, and exchange of goods and services. These activities, children, as discussed earlier, also create utilities and result in the production of wealth. Economic activities, children, are also called as occupation. Now, let us discuss certain characteristics of economic activities or commercial activities as discussed earlier. Children, when we discussed about economic or commercial activities, we discussed their characteristics as follows. Number one, economic motive. That is, the economic activities are undertaken to earn money and acquire wealth. The main motive behind these activities, children, is to make economic gain. The activities, children, are performed by human beings, as we discussed earlier also, that the human beings are the ones who undertake the human activities, and the purpose is to earn livelihood. Secondly, when we discussed about economic activities, as the characteristic is productive. That is, economic activities involve production, distribution, and exchange of goods and services with the purpose of satisfying human wants. These activities, children, are directly related to the creation of wealth. The third point of characteristics is, as discussed earlier, economic resources. Economic activities, children, make use of the economic resources such as land, labor, capital. The next point of the characteristics is, children, economic resources. Economic activities make use of economic resources, children, such as land, labor, capital. Further, they have rational use. Economic activities, children, require proper allocation of the scarce resources so as to obtain the maximum output out of them. These activities, children, involve optimum utilization of the resources. The next characteristic is economic growth. Economic activities, children, determine the level of economic development of a country. They lead to higher standard of living for the citizens. The next point is legal and valid. Yes, children, the human activities performed for economic gain are called as economic activities as discussed earlier. Also, they have to be lawful. Any unlawful activities such as gambling, black marketing, theft, smuggling, etc., are not part of the human activities or economic activities, as they are against the public interest. So, these activities, children, cannot be termed as economic activities. The next point is socially desirable. Yes, children, the economic activities are desirable for society. They must be in accordance with the expectations and norms of the society, children. Now, children, let us take some examples of the economic or commercial activities. Number one, production of goods by manufacturer in factory, distribution of goods by wholesaler to retailer, selling of goods, transportation of goods or passengers by railways, roadways, storage of any good. All these are part of the economic activities. Now, children, when we talk about non economic activities or non commercial activities, what are they? Children, they are the activities which are undertaken to satisfy social, religious, cultural, and sentimental requirements of the individual. Now, what is their objective? What is their aim? The objective of these activities, children, is to make monetary gain. No. Is to make any kind of reward? No. People earn engaged in non economic activities for the reason of love, sympathy, religion, patriotism, etc. Let us take some examples of the non economic activities. Children, say a mother teaching her own child at home. It is a non economic activity. She is not getting any kind of remuneration, any kind of salary for the same. A rich man donating money to the Prime Minister's Relief Fund. A young man helping a blind girl cross the road. All these activities, children, are for the purpose of any kind of satisfaction, be it socially, religiously, cultural, sentimental. All these activities, children, are termed as non economic or non commercial activities. Now, children, let us talk about how can we distinguish, how can we differentiate between economic and non economic activities? On what parameters? Children, it is the objective of that activity which differentiates them into economic and non economic activities. The primary objective, children, of economic activity is to earn living, earn livelihood, create wealth. Whereas, on the other hand, the non economic activities are undertaken to get some sort of social, cultural, religious, or recreational satisfaction. When we talk about the economic activities, children, they are measured in terms of money. For example, salary of a teacher, fee of a doctor, the profit of a businessman. All these are the measurements of the economic activities. Whereas, children, the non economic activities cannot be measured in terms of money. Why so? Because, children, as we discussed earlier, also they are undertaken with the objective of getting any kind of satisfaction, be it socially, culturally, or religiously. So, children, can any activity be both economic as well as non economic? For example, children, a nurse attending a patient in a hospital is an economic activity, isn't so? If the same nurse works at home and attends her own sick mother, is she doing an economic activity? No, she is involved in the non economic activity. So, children, we can say that the same person may be involved in economic activity at one point, at one place, and on the other hand, the same person may be involved in non economic activities. Just the difference between the objective for which that activity is being undertaken is the only point which differentiates them into economic and non economic activities. Some more examples of non economic activities are, children, say taking dinner with family, cooking food for family, meditation in the park, praying in temple, helping any victim of accident, or donating blood to the injured people. All these are for some sort of satisfaction religiously, culturally, for recreation, for love, affection. So, children, today we have done a revision of commercial and non-commercial activities. We have also discussed about human activities, how are they categorized. Clear your doubts regarding the same over the Microsoft Teams. Thank you. Have a good day.